What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video, we're taking a look at a brand new plugin from Tone Empire. This is Cryptone. This is a plugin that's made to add analog tone modeled from analog gear. We'll get right into this. Of course, I got a link in the description if y'all want to check it out, learn more about it, or pick it up. Let's go over the controls, and then, of course, I'll let you hear what it sounds like. So, pretty easy to use controls here. We've got drive and we've got tone. Under each of those, we have three different options. Under the drive, which is of course going to add your saturation, we've got model A, which is a 2520 op amp that's going to add saturation to your low end. We have full, which is tube saturation, that's going to go across the whole frequency spectrum. And then we have a Mariner transformer that's going to add to your high end. So we've got low, full spectrum, and then high end on the drive. Over here on the tone, we've got three different ones. We've got silk, which is a boost on the low end and high end from a Pultec. I think it's 80 hertz on the low end and 16K on the high end. Presence, which is going to add some 3 or 4K. And then we have dark, which is going to give you some darker tone, darker vintage tape saturation here. To the upper left of that, we have spatial, which is going to add your stereo width. We have thrust, which is a SSL style compressor. Below that, we have pre or post for the compressor. And then we have output, and of course over here we have input. At the top, we have your mix with high and low pass filters. So I've got Cryptone that I'm using all over this track that I've got here. And I think we got 5 different instances. I'm going to play the track with Cryptone bypassed, and then we'll bring it in and see what it does to this track. All right, let's take a look at where we have Cryptone on this track. So we've got it on the first track, which is some hi-hats on the second half of the track. We've got it on this piano sample, as well as the synth, the 808s, and the drums. All right, now I'm going to play it again. I'm going to start with it with all the instances of Cryptone bypassed, and then I'll bring it in. Now, this is, of course, going to get louder because I'm adding saturation, so I'm increasing the gain of it, of course. But definitely pay attention to the different tone and textures and colors that this is adding. I got all of this set to different settings depending on what it is, the piano, the synth, the drums, the 808. But let's take a listen to it. All right, so you can hear what Cryptone is doing there. Let's take a look at some individual examples. Let's start here with this, with the 808, which with the 808, I've got, of course, saturation on the bass, and then for the tone, I've got it on dark. Let's bring that in and out. And now I'm going to take this drive and just move it up to 100. All right, now let's flip between base and full under the drive for the saturation. All right, and let's do the same thing with the tone here. Let's flip between the silk and dark. All right, one thing I've noticed right off the bat here is that most of the stuff that I've used this on, I can turn the drive and tone up to 100%, or I guess in this case, what 10 is what it goes up to, and it doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound like it's doing too much. So I like that. This is something that it can definitely be subtle in ways, but you can definitely drive it to where you really can hear it. Of course, we have the input here if you want to drive more signal into it. Let's take a look at the, where is that piano? It's here. All right, so with the piano, I am got the mix probably about 70%. We've got the spatial up to add stereo width. We're using full under saturation. Under tone, we're using silk. Let's take a listen. All right, not much going on the low end here, so let's flip between full and high on the drive, and then with the tone, we'll do all three here with the tone. All right, let's go through the tone now. All right, so definitely the presence there definitely sounds brighter than the silk, which is adding some 16K there, but definitely, at least for this piano, presence definitely adding more there. Using just a little bit of the thrust, really not something I felt like I needed for this. I didn't need any compression, so I had this on just a little bit here. But again, we've got the drive and toned cranked here, and it's not sounding bad. I'm not even driving the input at all as well. It's still at 0. All right, let's listen to one more. Let's listen to the drums. Now, this one I don't have driven all the way. With something that's transient heavy like drums, it's definitely going to break up there. But we're using bass. Got the input cranked a little on this. Not using any of the spatial, using just a little bit of the thrust again. We'll pull up the thrust on this because definitely on the high end of the thrust, it's definitely doing too much there. We'll take a look at that on this example. Tone not cranked all the way, but using the silk here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let's mess with the thrust on this because with this, these drums, you're not looking to add the presence or the dark on here. So I like the silk on it, and just to get the emphasis on that kick, I've got it here on bass. All right, but let's take a listen to the thrust. I'm going to slowly increase this so you can hear the compression that it's adding. And let's do this. Let's add it post. All right, so there with the thrust all the way, you can definitely start to hear that compression digging in. Not something I would want for this. I don't know, the SSL style compression isn't what I would really use to slam drums, so this isn't something I'd really use for that. But SSL style is really good at gluing things. That's why I'm using this sparingly here, just to add some glue to this, where I have it at, I think at like 3. All right, let's play this one more time. We'll just bring it in and out to bypass it so you can hear what Cryptone is doing. All right, so overall, I like what it's doing there. Again, it's not doing too much. Let's go ahead and drive let's drive it all the way in tone, just so you can hear what that sounds like on drums. All right, so still not sounding bad. Definitely with the full there, adding that saturation across the full frequency spectrum. Definitely we're sounding like we're getting too much, but I think where I had it set previously here on this bass, I really like what it was doing there. All right, so there's a look at Cryptone, new plugin from Tone Empire. Y'all definitely comment and let me know what you think. Intro pricing right now is just $39 until November 6th, 2025. Again, I'll have a link in the description if y'all want to check it out, learn more about it, or pick it up. Final thoughts on this: we all have saturation plugins. What I like about this is we can get we can get results quickly with this, and with these 3 options under the drive and tone. If you know what you're going for, just like with drums, bass, you're going to have that tone. You can have that drive on bass. That's something you can set pretty quickly once you get to using this, get familiar with it, and know exactly where you want to add your saturation and add your tone combined. I like that this does saturation and tone at the same time, because a lot of saturation plugins just do saturation, where this is giving you some of that tone, some of that EQ shaping with this as well. And then also like that we have the mix knob up here in the upper left, because sometimes if it does get to be too much, we can back it off. You saw some of the examples here. I had the mix set to 70 and not doing 100% of it. But y'all definitely comment and let me know what y'all think about this one. If you're using any other Tone Empire plugins, definitely comment and let me know as well. All right, if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if y'all want to continue to see content from me, then y'all know what to do.